Hey everybody, it's January 27th, 2013, 17 months into the Cipro dream. My name is Colin, and in September of 2011, I was needlessly prescribed Cipro for what they said was diverticulitis. I was only 34 years old. I had one of the symptoms of diverticulitis, but that was enough for them to prescribed me the most powerful and toxic antibiotic on the planet, Cipro. While on this medication, I developed a spasm in my pelvic floor, along with anxiety, depression, panic, burning forearms, racing heartbeat, which I reported to the hospital, and the nurse there told me that for my forearms, that was just the medicine working. And when I went to the gastro doctor, I told him about my forearms, and he said that was just the medicine. He told me to keep taking it. Even my own mother told me to keep taking it. So, it's pretty messed up, because I gradually, over the past 17 months, have gotten weaker and weaker. My joints have gotten worse and worse, and I've entered another world. I went through another world because I thought I had Lyme disease, so I thought all this craziness was from Lyme disease, which I did have Lyme, but it was the Cipro that kind of sent my body over the edge. And it was a combination of too much Cipro, already having Lyme, and I guess my system was under attack from the Lyme, or I think I took an Advil or two in between stopping and starting the Cipro. Whatever it was, it's caused this kind of slow downward slide in my health. And I've seen things and experienced things and done things and been through things in my mind that no one should ever have to go through. No one should ever have to go through the kind of mental pain that I've been through, and physical exhaustion. Although there are many sufferers out there who are currently suffering a lot worse than I am physically. Although, I've got new things coming up constantly, and the old ones don't go away. I have pain in the back of my head now from time to time, and I have a left knee that will give out sometimes. Not give out, but I'll have a really sharp pain in it when I stand up, and I just don't want to put weight on it anymore. That's been coming and going for the last couple of weeks. So I've gotten a cane, but I wanted to say in this video that the world is made for people who are healthy, But behind the scenes, when you get sick, you're in trouble. And that's the travesty of American healthcare, standard medicine, if you will, allopathic doctors. Basically, the solution to everything is either surgery or a synthetic pill, okay? And they don't make any money off of you getting better, okay? That's the problem. They're public, they're publicly traded corporations on the stock market. Their motivation is profit. In order for them to profit, they have to keep selling you synthetic pills. So if they invented a synthetic pill that cured you, well, they wouldn't make as much money as a synthetic pill which cures your symptoms, but also at the same time messes you up in some other way, you know. So you got to understand the system is totally corrupt. You know, the FDA is in their pocket. You know, money controls everything. And when you get sick and you go to the hospital, their motivation is to give you a synthetic pill, okay, or surgery, you know, because that makes them a lot of money too. So if you're watching this and you haven't been floxed, that means, you know, taking a fluoroquinolone antibiotic, don't go to the hospital. Don't ever go to the hospital. Okay? Unless you break a bone, don't ever go to the hospital. And even if you break a bone, don't let them give you any synthetic pills. Okay? In fact, I'm totally against, I don't want to say 100%, but 95% of all synthetic pills I think are useless and there's a holistic, you know, natural treatment for it. There may be some conditions that require some synthetic medications and vaccines, and, you know, like the polio virus. The interesting thing I read about that is they had a polio vaccine, and the first one was the dead virus. You know, so they injected you with the dead virus so that your body would understand it and know how to fight it and be protected against it. But then they came up with one that was a live virus. And I'm just thinking, who thought of that? You know, it's like, let's put this live virus into somebody. Well, what happens if the body doesn't fight it off? You know, then you got polio. You know, it's just, it doesn't make sense. You know, and that's modern medicine. You know, it's like, my mother contracted polio from a live virus. You know, she was administering it as a nurse. And that's why I'm here talking to you, because I've had to help take care of her my whole life. And if I wouldn't have had to take care of her, my life would be totally different. And I guarantee you, none of this would have happened. You know. So it's just, it sucks. You know. But another thing they do in the hospital is they love to use the word infection. See, that's how they get you. You know, they say, you have this, you might have an infection. You know, and that scares people. That's what gets them to take the synthetic pills. All the doctor has to do is say, we think you might have an infection. And then people are like, oh, infection. You know, I gotta take these pills. So that's how they hook you. You know, they'll look for any symptom and they'll hook you and say, oh, you have an infection. You know, and here we're going to give you the most powerful. We're going to do thousands of dollars worth of scans on your body. And then we're going to give you the most powerful toxic antibiotic on the planet for a suspected infection. Do you know how wrong that is? Do you know how... It's just sick, you know? It's not do no harm, it's do harm. It's harm and then ask questions later. Oh, they didn't have an infection. Why did we give them Cipro? Nobody asks that. It's just like, we believe what the drug reps tell us. And they don't call it antibiotics. Somewhere they change the terminology to medicine. So you think, oh, I got to take my medicine. I got to go take my medicine. You know, whatever.